how I'm getting on with the blanket weed. Well guys, it's a nice sunny day here today, so I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the pond. We've still got the wind, by the way, but I thought I'd just show you the pond. It's nice to get out here in a bit of sunshine. Fish are enjoying the shade under that tree. Well guys, the RDF is going great guns. It just a little bit of fine tuning here and there, and it just works away unseen and unheard, really. Going really well. Now, as for the algae killer, that is probably a different matter. Let's go and have a look at the pond. It's quite windy out there, so I'm not quite sure how much I'll be able to video, but let's go have a look. Well guys, there you have it, totally out of control. I'll see if I can get in a bit closer for you. Hope you can see it down there. It's just growing. It's just getting out of control. They say don't touch it, don't pull any out because you'll release spores. Well, that's rubbish. How can you leave? This is only 2.5 weeks. How can you leave it? It's getting totally out of control. I'm going to have to try to vacuum out as much as I can. Get rid of as much as I can. And then I'm going to have to cloverleaf it. So I'm going to have to get stuck in and try to clear this mess up. Right guys, these plants that came from Wetland Plants, I think it was, I want you to have a look at this and see if you can tell me what these things are swimming about in there. Just have a look at this. So if you have any idea what they are, let me know. And I mean, when you look at some of the plants and the state of them, I wouldn't put them in my pond. Good God, that wouldn't seem to have come a bit better, but that's full of the same sort of pond insect or whatever. They're full of it. What a good job I didn't put them in my pond. I did put some of the gravel just in case all them little bugs come out of the gravel. So I got some of the gravel that I didn't use and put in a jug to see if there was any of them in there. And there's absolutely nothing. So unless they came out of my garden, they've come out of them plants. What a good job of quarantining them. Well guys, I think I've got the worst of it out. That's where the big heap is. Down the bottom there. Algae never looks as much once you've got it out the pond, does it? But trust me, there's quite a bit there. Let's just have a quick look in the pond before the wind comes back. Bit cloudy, but the algae, most of it's been taken out now. See if I can go in a bit for you. I've got most of it out. The clover leaf will do the rest. I trust in the old clover leaf, it is good stuff. That's got most of it out now. I'm going to mix my clover leaf up and get it in. Okay guys, I've got my stick, I've got my clover leaf, and I've got my can full of pond water. So let's get it in the pond. I'm going to do 4 or 5 scoops per canful. And I want, I think it's about 4 or 5 canfuls, I think. I'll check on that before I do it. Well, there you go guys. I've gone for it. The clover leaf is in. That's it. I won't see my fish for a couple of days now, but at least I know this works. It was just going from bad to worse with that other thing, but at least I know this will kill the algae off. Feel better altogether now. I've had this wind for about 3 days now, and I'm getting nothing done. I can't get any videoing done or anything. Well, we've had it for about a week now, and I just can't do anything. Well guys, I can actually get out here and do a little bit of video at last. We've had a really rough week, so what I'm going to do now is try to bring you all up to speed of where we got to. I did try the electronic algae killer and didn't have much success. The algae just kept growing, so I then gave it a dose of cloverleaf, which I have used before and I think is quite good. It's good in the fact that it kills the algae, but boy, it is messy. So the stage we're at the moment is, it's been in there, the cloverleaf's been in there about 4 days now, and yes, the algae is looking dead. I'll just see if I can zoom in for you across the other side of the pond. I'm having trouble seeing the screen on my phone, so I'm not quite sure what you can see. I'll go in a little bit more. The algae is dying off, most definitely. Along the side of the pond there you can probably see it. The pond is a little bit cloudy, obviously. We're still getting over the cloverleaf, so we've got that to clear up, but that's clearing nicely. But I hope you can see that the other side, it's gone off there just about completely, and it was quite bad across there. There is a build-up of a bit of froth on the top, but that'll go eventually. My drum filter will soon clear this cloudy bit up. And now what I did do, I didn't want all this cloverleaf going through my RDF, so what I did do was connect a submersible pump. Now that's 10,000 litre an hour pump, and had it for 2 days while the worst of it was going on, running through a pressure filter and then into my moving bed. Now I did make one discovery while doing this. While my dry inline pump was switched off and I had this 10,000 litre an hour submersible pump on the pond, my dry pump is 8,000 litres an hour, but as we know, dry pumps move a lot more water than a submersible, for the simple reason they handle the head pressure a lot better. Now the submersible is rated at 10,000 litres an hour. I mean, that is, when they do these figures, they just have the basic pump, they have no pipes connected or anything. Taking these figures that these manufacturers put on these pumps is a bit fictional, because the minute you put pipe on it, it slows it down dramatically. I would think I was getting from that 10,000 litre an hour pump 5,000 litres an hour through the system once it had gone up through the pressure filter and into my filter. We've got a smart meter fitted and I kept my eye on that. Now the actual difference in the pumps I found astounding. It's costing me £1 extra a day to run my dry pump than it was the submersible. That's £365 a year more to run a dry pump than the submersible. So they might move a lot more water, but they do cost a lot more to run. I thought I'd just let you guys know about this, just to give you the warning if you're running a dry pump. It was £1 extra a day. That is one of the drawbacks with the cloverleaf, I'm afraid. It does make a mess of your pond for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Now I do recommend, if you've got a pond, don't let the algae get hold. As soon as you see algae appearing in your pond, treat your pond and kill it off, because it does become a major problem, especially if it got as bad as mine did, to clear up. Anyway, we're back up and running. The RDF's doing its job. It's cleaning the pond up. It was a lot worse than it is now. The moving bed's running away fine. Now this little electrical algae killer didn't do any good whatsoever. Whether I was a little bit late in fitting it or what, I don't know. I'm not going to condemn it straight away. I'm going to give it a try. It's only 3 watts, so it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is, now that the cloverleaf's killed the algae off, I'm going to see if that holds it at bay. That should hold it at bay now, I would have thought. And to be quite honest, if it doesn't, well then I'm afraid I should just have to say they're no good. Now that's my dry pump. That's the one that's costing me an extra £1 a day to run. They do move a lot of water, but £1 a day I find a bit expensive really. But it is a good pump. It purrs away all day. It's not noisy at all, well, as you can hear. Now I've just whipped the submersible pump out for you to have a look at. That's the one. It's supposed to be 10,000 litres an hour. That's the one that's £1 a day cheaper than my dry pump. I have been asked what actual koi food that I give my koi, what pellets or sticks that I do feed them. I use this, I find this quite good, the Tetra Pond sticks. You can get it on eBay, they get that, but I do like to give them a bit of a variety. So I also give them these. It's from Orchard Fisheries, it's their premium food. They do seem to like that as well, that goes down well with them. But obviously they get a lot of other things as well. They get brown bread, they get prawns as a treat, they get a slice of orange now and again, all sorts of different things. Koi love all sorts of different things. Cheerios, vary their diet, and I think that's what makes my koi fat, to be quite honest. They do get a varying feed. I do give them sweet corn, tinned sweet corn. They get that a couple of times a week. They absolutely love that. They get sweet corn. Like I say, they do get a variety of food. It's varying their diet mainly. Okay guys, there is something I just wanted to mention quick. That's if you nip along to my website, DIYpondfilters.com. We've now got a new forum page, so if you go across to the forum page and click on that, as you can see, I have started a new forum up. We've got quite a few members now, but more the merrier. If you'd like to pop along there and get yourself signed up, we'd love to see you there. Anything you want to ask on ponds or filters, there's always somebody there can help you out. We've got some people on there with plenty of knowledge. We've got people that's newbies. So just pop along, sign up and ask any questions you like. Or just come along for a chat. We'd love to see you. I just thought I'd mention that quick. Pop along to our site. There it is, DIYpondfilters.com, and pop along and see us. Click on the forum tab, join up and come and have a chat. Any questions, come and ask your questions. Not a problem at all. We'll do our best to help you out and answer them. Any newbies out there that would like to know anything about ponds, feel free to come and ask. We're always willing to help anybody that needs a helping hand. Love to see you guys there. Well guys, that brings us to the end of another video. All that's left to say is thank you for watching. Do take care and happy ponding.